Hello, hi everybody. This is Dave Wallace coming to you from my home here in Waiawa, Hawaii, and it's feedback time for the Florida Fantasy 5 lottery that we worked last night, and we provided 5 sets of numbers. And let's go right to it. And I'm going to be sharing screen here, site. All right, and here are the numbers that were drawn today, Sunday, the 22nd of January. And the numbers that were drawn were 5, 17, 20, 30, and 31. Of these numbers, we correctly hit 3 of them, 5, 17, 20, and I believe 31 was a one-off, and 30 was a miss. Okay, so this is from the site of Florida Fantasy 5, and again, it's a 5-number draw from 5 numbers are drawn from a field of 36. So this is from the website, and let's go to the other website. Okay, and I forgot to close this out. Okay, and actually, let me see what I need to do here. Okay, forgot to click out. Okay, now we're ready for our second screen, and I'm going to take you to the I am going to take you to the worksheet that we created that I chose correctly. It was 20 right here. A number that I missed was 31 right here. I also missed 30, and the number 5 was correct here. So let's take a look at the bottom sheet, and here you go. The numbers that were correct, 5, 17, 20. And here are the numbers that are marked. I was able to get 2 numbers, 5 and 17 on the same ticket, and this is a free play, not a free throw. Okay, so the company that I run this through, if you get 2 correct on a ticket, that is a free play. So tomorrow I'll be getting a free ticket from the company. So 3 hits right here, and we had a one-off 31 right here. Like I was telling you, 9, 10 over here, a lot of numbers, a lot of times are consecutive numbers, and this was in play right here, 30 and 31. So good showing. The only number that I really missed was 30, and 31 was a one-off, but we did get 3 numbers. Really good showing for first time and almost 6 months of me working this. Okay, so what's next? Well, the next thing I'm going to be doing is updating everything. In fact, everything that I circled in blue, it's gonna go up because it appeared once. So 3 is gonna go to B, 30 is gonna go to B, 31 and 20 is gonna go up to G, and 17 is gonna stay right there. And I'll keep it right here because now it's even amount of times in the last 20 games. Okay, so that's how we manage this. So there's movement in the grid. All right, after every draw. So for those of you who played along and you had a free play, congratulations. And let's see how the numbers play out tomorrow and Tuesday. Okay, anyway, I hope you folks had fun, and as much fun as I had putting this together. And until tomorrow, this is Dave Wallace from Waiawa, Hawaii, saying Mahalo for watching. And, I do have books out there, and thank you for reading. I have a really, really interesting story that I took from my book, The Journey of Our Souls. And if you ever want a good read about near-death experiences and what's there beyond the grave for us, what's waiting when we die, this is a really good book to read. In this book, I talk about my 4 near-death experiences and how it affected me. And Kindle Vella, this is a way of telling stories in short episodes. And Kindle Vella is something that I'm back at writing again. In fact, I'm working on episode number 30 that I'm going to be releasing next week, Saturday. But I just uploaded one story from my book, The Journey of Our Souls. And this one is called The Tunnel in the Closet. And in this story, I talk about my near-death experience where a friend of mine, Bruce, wakes me up from a sleep, and I'm asleep with fever, and I have double pneumonia, and I thought I was going to die. And he comes and pulls my toe and takes me into the closet and shows me this big puka in the closet, or a big hole that turns out to be a tunnel. Okay. Now, I'll let you folks read the story. I don't want to spoil it too much, but what I don't talk about is who is this man, Bruce? Okay. And why is this person important to me? Anyway, when I was growing up on the island of Molokai, there's a young couple that moved to Molokai, and they had just gotten married, and the wife of this, my friend Bruce, inherited her grandmother's homestead in Holehua. And the grandmother, we loved the grandmother, and was a sweet lady, really good lady. And so when they moved back to Molokai to take over, both of them were teachers, okay? And Bruce and the wife were teachers, and we used to attend the same church. And I used to enjoy listening to them sing. Beautiful voices, good blending. And the wife, Teresa, was a pianist, and she played the piano for church. So I really loved the man. He was really patient. He was just a little bit older than us. I saw him more like a big brother than an adult, really. He's just a few years older than my brother. But we lived on the island for a while, and when I came back to Molokai as a policeman, my cousin Lionel and I went out on a hunt, and we went hunting, and it was deer season. And when we got up to our hunting spot, we found a Jeep that was there. And we didn't know who the Jeep was, but after a few minutes being in the area and the light just coming up, we heard a shot. And if you ever go hunting and you hear a shot and you hear after that, kind of like a double whack, that means whatever the hunter was shooting, he hit. So we all ran to this. My cousin and I went to into the direction of the shot, and there was Bruce. Now this is deer hunting season. It says shooting a deer. He shot a wild pig. Okay. And by the time we got there, he was gutting it and dressing it, and we looked at him and says, "Hey, you need help taking this back?" And he looked at us. He knew that we just started the hunt, and to haul this pig back would be a bloody mess. So he goes, nah, you guys go. So he took the pig and went home. And what I heard, he smoked the meat and prepared it. Not too long after the hunt, we had a ward game night, and we were playing volleyball. And I wasn't there that time, but I call we because the member of the church was kind of explaining what was going on. But they were playing volleyball, and he went up to spike a ball, and when he landed, he fell. And everybody was kind of like teasing him because, he's kind of older, playing volleyball and trying to spike like a young man. And when he fell, people thought it was just falling. But when he stayed on the ground, people went to go check on him, and they realized something was wrong. And there were firemen there at the church who were church members. And when they looked at his condition, they realized that Bruce had a stroke. And he died of a stroke, okay? And I'm not too sure how long it took him to pass away, but many people felt that by the time the ambulance came and he got proper medical care, he's gone. So it was a sad occasion, and so I'm a young adult, just hired as a policeman, actually. And this happens to my friend. Well, a year after he passed away, that's when he came and pulled my toe and woke me up in my second near-death experience. And that's what I'm writing about in a tunnel in my closet. It's my second near-death experience where I make the journey to the other side, and I see my family. I see the landscape of heaven, what's there. It could be heaven, it could be paradise, or a waiting place for spirits. But my ancestors were there, my pets were there, and that's what I described in this particular story. So this is episode number 29 on my Kindle Vella account, David J. Wallace. You can look that up. And the name of the story is Angels, Ghosts, and Demons, Memoirs of a Spirit Worker. Okay. And that's available on Kindle, and it's only available to readers in the United States. It's not open to foreign countries yet. Okay. Anyway, so take a look at it. If you haven't read my book, here's a chance to read about my second near-death experience. This coming week, actually next week, Saturday, episode number 30, I started writing it already. And this one is going to be about, I'm titling it, The Look and Feel of Death. And the reason why I'm calling that is that, I've had several encounters meeting with people who fly from all around the world, the mainland, Europe, Asia, Japan, China, coming here to Hawaii. And they're under the impression that there's kahunas here in Hawaii that can save their life. So they're spending big bucks, thousands of dollars, coming here to Hawaii and wanting to find someone to perform a miracle on them to save their lives. And so many of them, by the time they come to me, and I look at them, and after just a few minutes being with them, there are certain things that I notice about them. Okay, there's about 5 or 6 of these things that I identify. Yeah, that when I see a person walking to me, things I feel, things I smell, things I can see, if these things are present, then more than likely this person is already transitioning to the next world, and the person's time is very limited here. And so there were many people that I met, and I told them, go back home. You want to make peace with your family, because when you pass, your family, if you don't spend time with your family now, you're gonna lose contact with them. In fact, one woman I gave her the ultimatum because they got mad, they got furious at me when I told them, what I was sensing and what I saw, and I was trying to calm their fears about death by sharing with them my near-death experience. Say there's nothing to be afraid of. You're gonna be seeing your loved ones over there. They love you, and you're gonna see your pets. Do you have a pet that you remember from small kid time? Well, they're gonna be there for you. And but when I said your time is up, go home, she got really mad at me. The husband was ready to beef with me. And I just calmed him. I said, look, you have a choice to make. You stay here in Hawaii, see the people that you made appointments with, pay the money. I'm not going to accept any money from you today, okay? Because I feel it's wrong to, give you the news that I'm giving you, and you guys pay me. I'm not going to accept anything. However, you have a choice to make. And that choice is you can die surrounded by strangers if you remain here in Hawaii. That's what's going to happen. You're going to die surrounded by strangers. Nobody over there going to know you except the people that, except for your husband who's here with you. So that's one choice. Stay here. You're going to die surrounded by strangers. Second choice, you can go home. Contact your sons, contact your mo'opuna, and call them. Come, let's talk. If you folks have any issues to resolve with me, let's get it out so that when I die, everybody can have a clear conscience, okay, and feel okay about it, about their passing. And then when you pass and you're at home, you're surrounded by the people that love you, not by strangers. When I put it there, when I put that, put it that way to my client says, "You're right." So she made the trip home, and within 3 days of landing, she was able to call her kids and grandkids and be around with them, spend time with them. They all said their aloha, hug each other, resolve issues that were hanging and lingering in the family. And when she passed, she was surrounded by friends and relatives that loved her. Okay. And the same feeling, when you surround yourself with loved ones when you're passing, and you make that transition to the next world, you're going to be greeted by the same kind of welcoming committee. You're going to be greeted by your grandparents, all of the ancestors that passed away, who are eager to welcome you home to them. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be writing about in episode number 30. And I look forward to sharing that with you. And mahalo for those of you who are reading and catching up on, Angels, Ghosts, and Demons. It's been fun writing, and I'm going to be adding more and more stories. I'll be more consistent this time and make sure that things are loaded up on Saturday, so you have the weekend to read through things, okay? And we're going to be having more. I have 2 other storylines that's specifically being written for Kindle Vella, and I'll be sharing that with you And this is going to be more on the fiction side. For those of you who like paranormal romance, these are some stories heading your way. Okay. And until next time, this is Dave Wallace from Waihawa, Hawaii. Say mahalo for watching and aloha. And stop.